Hi, you guys. I want to talk to you about a vision that I had probably a few weeks ago. And what I saw was a man on the ground. His feet was planted on a firm foundation. And then a hot air balloon came and lifted this man off of his feet into the sky, into the air. And this is what the Lord, well, let me not jump ahead of myself. Let me tell you what a hot air balloon is. A hot air balloon flies as a result of hotter air. Temperature inside the envelope than outside. And it is a difference between hot air balloon and versus a gas balloon. But I want to specifically hone in on the hot air balloon. This is what the Lord showed me. God says He is not going to cause anything to happen to the hot air balloon. You are going to enjoy the ride, see the sights of the height. You'll be aroused, excited, and energized, but that ride will come to an end. And when you get off that ride and both your feet are planted on the ground, it does not mean you are back on solid ground as you were prior to the ride. Again, now you have a choice to affirm the firm or continue the ride with pride. You have two choices. Affirm the firm, which is the firm foundation, affirm the firm, or continue the ride with pride. This is particularly for men. God showed me a man being raised up in his pride. The reason why this man was being raised up in his pride, because that desire was there, that longing was there. And God is not leading you to that desire. He's not tempting you to do that, but He knows that longing is there. He's even telling you that you're going to take it. He sees it. You're going to take yourself on this ride of pride, because there's a desire and a longing to do the particular things, to see the particular things, to have these particular things, because that desire is there. But you're going to have two choices when you come back down on that ground. When you come down from that pride, meaning that you're going to come down. You're going to realize, oh man, that's what that was about. You're going to either want it again, or you're going to affirm the firm, or continue the ride of pride. Number one, why isn't God going to intervene? Why isn't He going to allow the air to come out of that balloon? Blessed, happy, spiritually prosperous, favored by God is the man who's steadfast under trial and perseveres when tempted. For when he has passed the test and been approved, he will receive the victor's crown, of which the Lord has promised to those who love Him. Let no one say when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God. For temptation does not originate from God, but from our own flaws. For God cannot be tempted by what is evil, and He Himself tempts no one. But each one is tempted when he is dragged away, enticed, and baited to commit sin by his own worldly desire, lust, and passion. Then with the illicit desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And when sin has run its course, it gives birth to death. That was James 1:12-15, and that was the Amplified Version. Number two, a man's pride and sense of self-importance will bring him down, but he who has a humble spirit will obtain honor. That's Proverbs 29:23, the Amplified Version. Again, we're talking about why God said that He will not allow, He Himself will not take out this balloon. He's not even going to, interfere with that. But He's warning you that it's going to take, like you're going to do it because of your own desires, nothing that God has done. Number three, if it is unacceptable in your sight to serve the Lord, choose yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the river, or the gods of the Amorites whose land you live. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Then Joshua said to the people, you will not be able to serve the Lord if you serve any other gods. For He is a holy God. He is jealous God, demanding what is rightfully and uniquely His. He will not forgive your transgressions of His law or your sins. And that was Joshua 24:15-19, an Amplified Version. You can go back and read those particular scriptures. So I have 8 key points here in regards to pride and how to Uproot pride. So God is allowing this to happen so he can reveal to you the condition of your heart. Many of you think that you are entitled to be prideful. You are not entitled to be prideful. Number one, recognize you operate in it. Number two, face the shame of decisions you made while operating in pride. Three, come out of agreement with self-importance and low self-esteem and self-worth. Invite God in to deliver you from the spirit of pride as well as the desire and its passion. Remove the thinking that leads you to pride, which is your own wisdom. Ask God to help you acknowledge his ways, walk in his ways, commit to his ways, and forsake all ungodly wisdom. Remain in his word, prayer, worship, and fasting. You'll need to verbally renounce all thoughts of pride until pride loses its power. It is a process to overcome it. You can be delivered from the power of it, but it will have to live out, but you will have to live out the freedom of its grip. Number 8, ask God to remove the spirit of pride off of your bloodline as well. Again, none of this is to blame on God. This is the desire of men. And I know this is pretty much, how can I say it? Something that everyone is actually specifically dealing with, but it's more so specific people that, you know, you're on solid ground, but you still desire to do these particular things, like it's in you, like it's like you're desiring to do it. There's a longing there, and God is letting you know that you're getting ready to be taken away, and not because of your own desires. It has nothing to do with him. So I hope you got something out of this. Again, this was being rooted in pride, and how to uproot it from your life. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon on my next